I'm Jeff, I'm 21 years old, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. Growing up, I had a pretty normal childhood. Everything seemed good in my life until my father slipped into drug addiction, which tore my family apart. Besides that, everything was good. I had a good set of friends, I was going to school, I was getting good grades, I was very involved in sports, that was my life. And all the way up until high school, I maintained that good lifestyle I thought to be. And when I got to high school, I started slipping into the wrong friends group. I started hanging out with not the best people, and I was easily influenced at that time. My 10th grade year, I started slacking in my grades. I stopped paying attention in school. I started going to parties more, drinking more, and I stopped playing sports, which was a big loss in my family's life because they supported me heavily with soccer and wrestling. They really encouraged me to play sports, and when I stopped playing, they were very disappointed at me, and I myself was disappointed too. And after I lost my sports, this is when I started partying more, I started drinking more, I started experiencing different drugs such as Molly, ecstasy, acid, and I was kind of seeking that same happiness that I received from sports and drugs. And what happened next was I was introduced to heroin at the age of 17, and at the time I had a job that paid me every day. I got cash every day, so it was very easy for me to support my habit. It was very easy for me to go to work, get home, and go get what I needed to have my fix, to feel comfortable with myself. And this didn't last very long before I started getting in trouble with the law, and I started not being able to make enough money through my work to support my habit. I started seeking different ways which were illegal to support my habit, such as stealing and robbing and just doing things that weren't normal me. It was just totally out of my character to do the things that I was doing. And when my family found out about this, they were totally surprised. But at this point, I didn't care about anybody. I didn't care about myself, my family, my friends. All I was worried about was getting my fix. My dose wasn't enough for me anymore. I started experimenting with my tolerance. I started taking more and more, and everything was good. I was getting the high I wanted. I was receiving the comfort that I so needed. And I just kept doing more, and before you know it, I OD'd. And the first OD wasn't that serious because I woke up before the ambulance got there, so I played it off as a joke. Oh, I just fell out, everything was fine. And then a week later, I try again, and boom, I OD. I'm laying on my basement floor, my mother walks in, she sees me laying there not breathing, she calls the ambulance, and they come, they have to put Narcan in my heart to bring me back. And even after that, I understood that I couldn't live this way anymore, but still it wasn't enough. I was so afraid of the withdrawals and going through withdrawals that I couldn't give up getting high. Like, I needed to feel well, and I couldn't deal with withdrawals. So the people at the hospital, they recommended me to go into a methadone program. And when I got on the methadone program, at first everything was good. I was like, all right, this is all right, you know what I mean? I'll get my dose in the morning, I'll go throughout my day, I'm not withdrawing, I feel fine, I'm not scheming to get my drugs, I'm, comfortable with this. I thought everything was gonna be all right. 4 months down the road, I realized I'm a zombie. I'm not fun to be around, I have no type of sense of humor, I have no type of enthusiasm, no type of motivation. All I'm doing is sitting on my couch and watching TV. And this was not the life for me. And then, out of the blue, my friend Dennis, who also went through the Exodus Rehab program, calls me. He says, Jay, you gotta change your life, bro. You can't be living like this. I see where you are, and I'm just here to tell you, there's a way out, bro. You need to just take that step. And for me, I was still scared. I'm 4 months on a methadone program, and I'm comfortable with living that lifestyle. So I told him, bro, I got this. I'll be fine. I'm gonna live through it. And he kept trying, and then finally he tells me, he's like, look, my parents are coming up this weekend. Why don't you just come with them, check the place out. If you don't like it, you can go home. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I took the drive, I came to Philadelphia, and coming in, I was nervous because me being an American, coming into a Russian, rehab program, I was nervous. I didn't know what to expect, but the love that I received and just seeing everyone care for me and take care of me while I'm withdrawn, just showing me love and asking me, yo, you want some tea? Do you want this? Do you want that? And it felt like I was welcomed right away. I felt like a brother. I felt like, I belonged there, almost like they were my family. And when I first came in, that was my first impression. But when I started withdrawing, I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it. But having this strong support team and having my leaders and the people who are in the program talk me through my little downfalls and my little bad thoughts that I was having. They really encouraged me and really motivated me to stay and to progress through the program and just to see where my life could actually go if I were to stop using drugs and if I were to just take this step and get clean and accept my sobriety and just to move forward completely with my life. And today I'm very thankful for what they did for me. Like, the happiness that I have today is just, it's amazing. Like, to wake up every day and to not have to worry about where I'm gonna get my fix, what money I'm gonna have to get my fix, not worrying about, who robbed who or who I can call to ask for money. Today I can wake up with a smile and just be grateful that I'm here and that I'm alive and that I'm breathing and I'm not sitting in a jail cell or sitting in a morgue because I OD'd. I'm happy. And ever since I received the sobriety, like going through the program, I work with the youth and I'm encouraging them and just looking over them and trying to be an example so that they don't have to suffer through the same thing that I suffered through, to show them that they can be productive members of society without going to parties and drinking and smoking and skipping class to fit in with the cool kids, that they can stand out and be a better person, be a productive person, and not have to live the same life that I've lived. And it just really just brings me joy to do this, to look after our younger generation, the generation that's going to be leading this country. And this program is just really good, and I just recommend for anybody going through the struggle today to take the step, put your worries aside, put your fears aside, and come out here, receive your freedom, receive your sobriety.